Panama Hat, the Spanish word for Panama Hat.
No, it's Ecuadorian hat.
Okay, let's clear something up. The Panama Hat? Yeah, it's not from Panama. It's 100% Ecuadorian. Indigenous communities were weaving these with toquilla palms centuries ago. In the 1800s, hats were exported through Panama. Tourists bought them there and thought, cool, a Panama hat. Wrong. Then, in 1906, President Theodore Roosevelt wore one at the Panama Canal, and boom, worldwide fame. Wrong country. So, let's get one thing straight. The Panama Hat is Ecuadorian. And good morning, and welcome to another beautiful day here in Ecuador. Today, I'm going to Guayaquil in order to share with you the real story of the Panama Hat. Did you know that the Panama Hat was not from Panama? We're going to tell the whole story here on this channel right now. The Panama Hat. Really, the Ecuadorian hat. Let's go. And here we are at Ecua-Andino. Their hats are absolutely beautiful. I'll show you in just a couple of minutes, but we have our expert. Her name is Daniela.
Nice to meet you, Hayo.
I didn't even know she spoke any English. She spoke to me all in Spanish, telling me all about this beautiful place and this tree, this plant that I can't pronounce. Could you tell us what's behind us?
Okay, the botanical name of this plantation, of this plant is Ludovica palmata. It's not difficult, but it's Ludovica palmata, or toquillales, toquillas.
And why is it important?
Well, as I told you, all the process of making a Panama hat, a genuine Panama hat, is 100% handmade. So this plantation, as I told you, is the raw material that we use to weave a Panama hat.
Awesome. And your dad started this company, right?
Yes, my dad and my uncle, that really is his best friend, but here in Ecuador, we normally said he's my uncle. They started this business 45 years ago. They were classmates in the German school. So then in the future, they create this family business that the name is Ecuadorian hats.
So I used to work in a school in the Campo of Chile.
Okay.
And for teachers, they would call us Tio and Tia.
Yes, yes.
So the same thing.
Something like that. Should be something like that.
Very cool. And over here, we have the process of how you make the hats. And I didn't know this, but they use irons. Let's go check it out.
Entonces ellos separan. Mentiría yo si le digo, ay, lo estoy separando bien, no tengo idea. Yeah. Ellos obviamente son los que saben si este está bien, si lo arranca, pero cada uno tiene su habilidad.
So take a look at this. Look how detailed she is at making these little threads go together. I mean, look how small these are. Like, if I could take my ring off, there it goes. Okay, look at my ring. And look how small this is. It goes right through my rig. It is tiny. And she's moving all of these little threads, these tiny little threads here. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage thing. So this is something that's been going on since the 16th century. Making hats like this here on the coast of Ecuador. How cool is that? Could you tell us a little bit about the process of making a hat, where the hats come from, and all these different colors that are behind us?
Okay, we have different workshops around Ecuador. For example, Mrs. Gloria, she's from Montecristi. She weaves the finest hat. We also have hats from the highlands. It's like this one. It takes, for example, 8 hours. She's weaving a hat that will take 1 year to weave. So you can imagine she will finish the hat in maybe 11 months later.
Okay, but if she were to work 24 hours a day, how long would it take her?
More.
More.
Esta especie de como una pala dándole vuelta, como si estuvieran cocinando.
So right behind me, there are all these different colors that you can make into hats. And they all start with this color because they all come from the plant that we talked about in the beginning. But the colors then can be made into beautiful, colorful hats that my wife, Elise, would absolutely love to have a beautiful, colorful hat. I mean, how cool is that? You're on the coast, you're on the beach, and you have a colorful hat. I think that's pretty cool. Look at all these colors. Just so beautiful. This hat right here is a $1,500 hat. And why is that? Because it's from a place called Pile, which is on the coast, and they take an entire year to make these hats. Some of them take a month, some of them take 6 months. This one probably took an entire year to make. And you can tell because just take a look at this. Look at how that it is woven. It is so intricate and so perfectly done that here, if you come here to buy it in person, first you get to try it on and see how it feels and look at it and really see it in person of how it's woven. But also, it's so much cheaper to buy it here than in the United States. In the United States, it could be triple, even 4 times the price. Here, you can buy it and you can see how it's made, you can feel it, you can touch it, and you can have it fit perfectly to your head. How cool is that? Would you pay $1,500 for a hat? I've seen some for $25,000. Would you pay $25,000? Pretty cool stuff though. Wow.
We have this premium collection, and where there was a time that they have to create, let's say, like the brand or something like that. And my dad, in honor of the dad of my uncle, he put Don Belisario. Here in Ecuador, we use this word Don, like to respect someone. For example, we can say Don Alejandro, Don John, and something like that. And because of him, my dad put Don Belisario, because the name of the dad of my uncle was Belisario, and that's the reason why we call the premium quality Don Belisario.
Okay, so now we're at the part where we can show the hats and the differences between a really nice hat and a really crappy hat. Okay, so this one is a really nice hat, right?
Mm-hmm. We always try to explain the difference between, let's say, could be a raffia hat, synthetic hat. I don't know if I'm telling you the correct word in English, but we try to explain why is the difference between these ones. Of course, one is 100% handmade, the other one, like you put in a machine, I want 1,000 pieces and then you can have it, and a lot of the advantages that you could have if you buy a genuine Panama hat.
Excellent. And leave a comment. She's doing great with her English. This is awesome. It's so fun to be able to share her English and share that if you come here to Ecua-Andino from, I don't know, Europe or the United States or Canada, there's somebody here that can speak English with you. No
and
problem.
My dad speaks German, Italian, Brazilian, my sister French, so we will speak in your language.
I feel pretty stupid. Y ahora quiero que usted explique de dónde viene este nombre de Panama Hat. ¿Tiene una explicación por qué es de Ecuador? ¿Por qué se nombran Panama Hat?
Cuando estaban construyendo el canal de Panamá, el presidente de Estados Unidos un día estaba utilizando nuestro sombrero, y también por la facilidad que había de traer los sombreros de Ecuador a Panamá, los obreros también tenían nuestros sombreros. Y resulta que el presidente de ese entonces, Theodore Roosevelt, estaba dando una conferencia hablando y los periodistas lo grabaron, y ese día, digamos, nombraron al sombrero como Panama Hat. Pero eso no significa que viene de Panamá. Todos sabemos que viene de Ecuador.
Thanks a lot, President Roosevelt. All right, so this is probably the best tour of a hat shop that I've ever had in my entire life, and the only one I've ever had in my entire life. But take a look at this. So all of these hats here are done by people who are just learning how to make hats. And to maybe incentivize them, they sell them for a cheaper price here, and it's basically the outlet store. And you can find tons and tons of hats that are done by people who are just learning how to make these hats, which is pretty cool because then after they learn that they're going to sell some hats and make money, they'll make some really, really nice ones, and then they move over to this next section over here. Is that right?
That's it.
So then this section over here are the ones that they export.
Correct.
So all of these are really, really well done hats that you could find in Europe, United States, Canada, all around the world, even in Chile. That's pretty cool.
El peluqueo. Los sombreros normalmente tienen como que especies de pajitas normal.
Okay, now I don't know what's happening.
M.
So how cool is this, that I'm getting my own Panama Ecuadorian hat made here for this channel because I think it'll be cool. Like, I live here in Ecuador, I need an Ecuadorian hat. And it says on the inside, exclusive for John Gross. So if I ever lose it, you'll be able to find it. Look how cool this is with the little thing in here that tells you about how to wash it and how to treat this hat and everything. It's a pretty special experience here at Ecua-Andino. Okay, what do you think? I have my own Ecuadorian hat from Ecua-Andino. How cool is this? I got to pick out what color I wanted here. They're teaching me how to wear it. You're not supposed to just take it off like this. You're supposed to take it off by the sides and put it on with the sides. I'm learning so much here. It's such a cool experience, and I look great in this Ecua-Andino hat. Okay, now every hat gets a haircut. Just like I just got a haircut last week, my hat is actually getting a haircut right now. So they're cutting all the little threads, and they only do that because sometimes when you're in the United States and you get a hat and you see that there's little threads and things like that, you might think there's something wrong. But actually, it means there's something right because it's made really, really well, and you know because, well, it goes to the peluqueria. Is that how you say it? Peluqueria? That's a hard one for me. Peluqueria.
Peluqueria. Lo dijo bien.
So now I have my bag, and she just taught me how you take care of your hat. So if you live on the coast and things like that, you don't have to worry. But if you live in a drier climate, it's always good to put it near your bathroom or a place that's a little more damp, because then that the little strands in there will be kept really well for many, many years.
Perfecto.
What a beautiful experience. Thank you so much, Daniela. This was amazing to learn about the sombreros, the Ecuadorian hats here in Ecuador, right on the coast. They've been making these since the 16th century here in Ecuador, and they're from here in Ecuador. How cool is that? Thank you so much.
Gracias a usted por venir y siempre está Ecua-Andino las puertas abiertas para que venga.
Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. I hope that you enjoyed this video for today. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok, Gringoylatino, and we'll see you guys for another adventure. Who knows where we'll be? Maybe we'll be in Europe. We'll see you guys next time, but for now, ciao, pescado.